Now, well, this is the description we have got in Shivandu Savitri. Something had come there, conscious, vast, and dire. She says conscious and of course dire, both. Near her, she felt silent, shade immense, chilling the noon. See again, chilling the noon with darkness for its back. Now you can imagine if the noon, chilling the noon is also indicating the intensity of noon. If the full chilling has to be there, the noon has to be really intense. So it is that intense noon, that hot noon in which Satyavan was working became the physical cause of death of Satyavan, chilling the noon. An awful hush had fallen upon the place. Once Yama arrives there, death arrived there, an awful hush had fallen upon the place. There was no cry of birds, no voice of bees. So the whole place is absolutely silent. Even the birds, the animals, everything have fallen silent. That is the power of his presence there. A terror and an anguish filled the world. Not only the forest, not only the Shalva woods, the whole place. A terror and an anguish filled the world. As if annihilation's mystery, see, this is the whole thing. Annihilation's mystery had taken the sensible form. A cosmic mind looked out on all from the formidable eyes. Now, this is the significant phrase. Cosmic mind, 133.39. So, that shadow which is standing in front of Savitri is a cosmic power, power of the universe, not a transcendental. It is not a transcendental power. It is a force operating in the forces of nature in the cosmos here. That is death. That is death. He has indicated clearly cosmic mind. You see. Looked out on all from formidable eyes, contemning all with his unbearable gaze, and with immortal lips. Of course, he is an immortal. And vast brow, immortal lips. Of course, the question would arise, if he is immortal, can Savitri really defeat him, destroy him, kill him? He cannot. She cannot do that. Nobody can do that. He is immortal. What Savitri can do is, the form which he had taken, the form which that immortal has taken, that form can be dissolved. And his true self can be seen. His true self can be seen. That is what happens later on, you see. He saw in his immense destroying thought all things and beings as a pitiful dream, rejecting with calm disdain nature's delight, the wordless meanings of his deep regard, voicing the unreality of things. It is this thing, it is because of the presence of death that whatever is here looks to us unreal because of death. Mithya. Why it is mithya? Why it is false here? Because of the presence of death. It is the presence of death which makes the whole universe here mithya. An illusion. Unreality of things. In fact, that is what Mother says, no? That as long as death is present, falsehood will always remain there. The presence of death means falsehood. That is what we say, mithya. It's all false. And life that would be forever, but never was, and its brief and vain recurrence without cease, as if from a silence without form or name, the shadow of a remote, uncaring God, shadow escaped. That is what he is. He is a shadow of the transcendental truth. You see. Doomed to his not illusory universe, cancelling its show of idea and act in time and its initiation of eternity. She knew that visible death was standing there. Savitri knows her husband is in her lap there, and the gentleman is standing there in front of her, and she has recognized now, yes, he has come. She knew that visible death was standing there, and Satyavan had passed from her embrace. Satyavan had passed from her embrace. That is the last line of this book, book 8, book of death. Satyavan had passed from her embrace. Now, this is a way of saying, what I am to say is the story is not complete with this. She knew that he had passed. He has not actually yet passed. He has not actually yet passed. She knew, yes, it's almost all over. But physically, occultly, in the process of operation, he is still there. And later on, in the next canto, 135.18, Savitri is holding her husband tightly in her clasp, his body. He is standing there and she is not loosening the grip around him. And then Yama says something to her. Will thou forever keep thy passionate hold thyself, O creature doomed like him to pass? Tomorrow you will also die like him. And will you hold him tightly around that, denying his soul death's calm and silent rest? You are holding him back, you are denying him the calm which death gives him. Tomorrow you are also going to die. How can you hold him back like that, you see? This is the kind of an argument he is making to Savitri at that time. Relax thy grasp. This body is ours and thine. Yes, this deha, this body, physical, is yours. Have it, but his spirit now belongs to me. His soul belongs to me now. Relax thy grasp. This body is ours and thine. His spirit now belongs to a greater power than earth. Woman, thy husband suffers. See, Savitri is not loosening the grip around the body of Satyavan. And Yama tells very firmly to her, look, Savitri, by holding him tight backward, you are making him suffer more. He is already dead. You cannot stop that now. But if you try to hold him back by your passion, by your emotion, all that, you are making him suffer more. Woman, thy husband suffers. Loosen your grip. Let him be free now of your grip. Otherwise, you will suffer more. Woman, thy husband suffers. It's a very powerful line, actually. Savitri, of course, she understands the contents of that, the meaning of that, the significance of that. She realizes that by having a passionate hold on him, I am making him suffer more. So that is not a way of keeping him back with me. There has to be some other way by which I can bring him back, you see. Woman, thy husband suffers. Savitri drew back her heart's foes that clasped his body still, where from her lap renounced on the smooth grass softly it lay, as often before sleep, etc., etc. When from the couch she rose in the white dawn, called by her daily task, the way early every day morning she gets up from the class of Satyavan and starts her work in the same way. Now too, as if called, she rose and stood gathered in lonely strength. Yes, not by holding him back that way, I can help him. Only by now bringing full force her lonely strength that I can win him back, you see. She rose and stood gathered in lonely strength, like one who drops his mantle for a race. See, what a beautiful simile, you see. Now the race is about to begin, and she's throwing the battle. See, you can imagine what poetry it is and how Shebendu is also up to date in his elaboration and description. He knows the sports, he knows the games, see, all see. And where is the signal? The gun has to fire for the race to begin, see. Motionlessly swift. This is the beautiful oxymoron, one of the most beautiful oxymoron. Motionlessly swift. When a fan is running really fast, you think that it is still. See, motionlessly swift. She knew not to what course. Yes, the race is beginning, but where it is going to lead, she has no knowledge of that. Her spirit above on the crypt summit of her secret form, like one left sentinel on a mountain grace, etc. We'll read this again later on. This is the description. Then death, the king, leaned boundless down. Now, now at this point, when Savitri has loosened the grip around him, the real death occurs of Satyavan in 135.24. See. Then death, the king, he is a master, leaned boundless down, as lays night over tired lands when evening pales and fading gleams break down the horizon's wall. Not yet the dusk grows mystic with a moon. See again that moon, see, mystic moon. The dense and awful goddess rose erect. So he's standing now, he was laying down there and now getting up, standing up. The dense and awful goddess rose erect. From his brief stooping to his touch on earth, bending down for a minute and getting up, brief down. That's the only moment when he will touch the earth physically. And like a dream that wakes out of a dream, so you are seeing a dream in a dream, and you are waking in that dream, the next dream. Forsaking the poor mold of that dead clay, another luminous Satyavan arose. So, this Satyavan is no more there now, this body here, and what Satyavan is now with Yama, with death, is a luminous Satyavan. The main concern of death is the luminous Satyavan. He is not worried about your mortal Satyavan. He is not worried about your mortal. The real luminous Satyavan which is there, the real I which is there in me, that is his concern. Not otherwise, you see. Another luminous Satyavan arose, starting upright from the recumbent earth, as if he is now getting up from this earth, as if someone over viewless borders stepped, emerging on the edge of unseen world. He has to move now to the unseen world. See. In the earth's day, this is noon, you see, in the earth's day, the silent marvel stood, silent marvel, that is the luminous Satyavan. It is he who is standing there, between the mortal woman and the God. So, you have luminous Satyavan there, you have Savitri here, mortal. In between these two is standing death. So, who brings the real separation between the lovers? Death. They are on either side. It is not that first is death, then Satyavan, and then Savitri. It is not like that. It is Satyavan, then death, then Savitri. He is standing in between the two. In earth's day, the silent marvel stood between the mortal woman and the God. Such seemed as if one departed came wearing the light of a celestial shape. Yes, he has come from heaven. That is how he looks, that luminous Satyavan. Splendidly alien to the mortal air. Now, well, that is what we have got, not in this canto, but in the next canto. In the next book, you see, not in book 8. We have here the description of luminous Satyavan. So what is it that death has really done? He has done a great thing. He has done a very splendid thing. It is because of death that the true Satyavan is revealed to us. The luminous Satyavan became visible to us because of death. Until then, he was in the human shape in the cover veils. So that is the most miraculous thing death has done. It is he who reveals the real Satyavan. What a wonderful contribution of death in that sense, you see. If only you realize that, you see. Now, in the Ramayana, there are two episodes pertaining to this one. Very beautiful, and see how charmed, how rich the spiritual knowledge, the occult knowledge is there, and how we see that thing also in Savitri in a different way altogether. The royal exiles, Rama, Lakshmana and Sita, they are going from place to place, moving from ashrama to ashrama like that, forest to forest, from vana to vana. At one time, at one point, they come to a place which was occupied by Rishi Bhangra, all the three, Rishi Bhangra. There is an episode of Rishi Bhangra in the Ramayana. He is a Rishi who has done great tapasya and he has accomplished whatever he has to accomplish by his tapasya, and now he can depart from this place and live in the world of immortality. But how does he go? Indra himself sends him a chariot to pick him up. Come, ride this chariot and come to heaven. The Lord of Swarga, of heaven, he himself sends his chariot to him and tells him, yes, come, you are ready now to go to heaven. There is an episode of Rishi Bhangra in the Ramayana. Indra's chariot has come to pick him up and take him to the heavenly abode. But the Rishi refuses to ride that chariot. He knew that soon Rama would be visiting that part of the forest, and he delayed his departure. See, that is another way by which a poet, a rishi, a yogi is telling us that this Rama is an avatar. He is not naming it that way, but he is sufficiently indicating that he is somebody definitely exceptional. He is an avatar. Rishi knew that soon Rama would be visiting that part of the forest, and he delayed his departure to have his darshan, to have his blessings of the avatar himself, you see. There in the hermitage were spiritually realized souls, and they always appeared of just 25 years in age. They had done such great tapasya, they were always at the age of 25 years. They had lived 100 years, 150 years, but they really looked like youth of 25 years. And that is exactly what has happened in the case of Satyavan. He is to die at the age of 25. He has already done his tapasya of years and years and years. He is now ready to move to the next step. See, he said 25 years. Now, it's very significant again. You link up that thing now with the age of Satyavan. He is to die about that time, you see. He has almost completed his brahmacharya. He has stepped into the grahastha. That is 25 years. And his life is to begin. So he is always that. He remains always that. He dies that thing, means he always remains that now, you see. This is indeed the permanent age of the gods, 25 years. So the gods are always 25. So if you ask, what is your age? It will be. Yeah, you can always tell. Age of the gods. Devanam Vayo, that is the age of the god. Devanam Vayo. When Rama met the Rishi Shravanga, he told him, I had known you to be present nearby Rishi is telling to Rama that I have understood that you are here around in this vicinity, in this forest here. I have known you to be present nearby and did not want to go to Brahmaloka. The chariot of Indra will be taking me. I refuse to ride the chariot. In seeing you, I have already won the auspicious immortal worlds. By having your darshana of the avatar, I already received the immortality, the fruits of immortality. Rama assured him he would bring all the worlds to him. That is the blessing, that is the boon he is giving to Rishi. Soon they accomplished Rishi lit a bright fire in the presence of Rama. Lit a bright fire. That is the yajna. He is offering himself as an ahuti to the yajna. Lit a bright fire and plunged into it in the presence of Rama. Then, kindling the fire and pouring oblations of ghee with chants, he himself doing and plunging into the fire. Sharabhanga of great luster entered the fire, and he became a boy looking fire. Pavaka Sankusha Kumara, he is Pavaka Kumara, young boy, he looked like that. Rising from that heap of fire, Sharabhanga shone bright. He crowded worlds of fire worshippers and rose to Brahmalok. So what you really see here is again the luminous Sharabhanga. What Satyavan, luminous Satyavan is there, he has offered himself to the fire, and what rises there now is the luminous Sharabhanga that you see. Now there is another famous episode in the Ramayana about Shabari. Most of us know that village lady, old lady, how she received. At that time, of course, Sita was abducted and only Ram and Lakshmana, they were going from place to place, and they had arrived in the Pampa forest somewhere in the Karnataka, maybe around Hampi, where was the ashram of Rishi Matanga. And the Rishi Matanga, there was one devotee, one lady, Shabari, of low caste, serving them, and in that process she acquired spiritual merit. Yeah. Shabari was a hunter's daughter, but she renounced the world and ran away to meet a sage. See, where from the call will come, how will come, nobody can say. At the foot of the Rishyamukha mountain, she met Rishi Matanga, who accepted her as his disciple. She served him with devotion for long years, even as she became old and weak. When Matanga was about to abandon his body, Shabari also wanted to join him to abandon the body. But the sage gave him another advice. He told her that soon Rama would be arriving at the hermitage and she must receive him with due honor and devotion. She must receive him with due and honor. She was given that instruction by Rishi Matanga. Shabari waited for the arrival. She would go around and gather fruits for Rama, as we know commonly, and make sure that these were sweet. When Rama reached the hermitage, she said, "Today had the fruition of my austerities borne the reward of your visit. All the tapasya, all the service I had done is phalashruti, it has received the fruit of that, you see. It is also the reward of my birth. Now, O Rama, let me ascend to heaven by your grace." Casting herself into the fire, she rose to great heaven alone. Again, she lights the fire, plunges into the fire, and then what do you see again? Luminous Shabari. Luminous Shabari. Ascend to heaven by your grace. Casting herself into the fire, she rose to great heaven alone, rose like a blazing flame. Shabari joined the rishis she had served in the hermitages. From leaping tongues to the fire, arose another luminous Shabari. Death was significantly instrumental in revealing true Shabari. Who that lady is that who was serving them? It is death who has really told us what she is, you see, who was until then invisible and unknown to all of us. And then, of course, we have seen how Satyavan, the luminous Satyavan, arises from the grave.